Keeping a close eye on your forecast. A very cold and frigid beginning to this morning, and only more is expected. I'll be breaking down all of your forecast details coming up.
Plus,
That's too long though, and I think we were both ready to go back in.
so I have a similar, not a similar story, an opposite story, Jen. It was so cold outside. My dog is such a diva that she decided to use the restroom inside last night. Yep.
No.
Yeah. So, but she knows. Even the dogs know. Like, it's too cold for me.
It's too cold. That's
Yeah.
how Dixie was. Is all she wanted to do was go underneath the blankets last night when she was going to sleep. Even Mowgli got in on the action and cuddled up too. So the animals, they know. Just give them extra love these next few days as they're going to be needing it. And a reminder, no question about it, with these extremely cold mornings, make sure you go ahead and bring them inside into the overnight hours. Now, as you take a look at satellite and radar all across the southeast, what we're starting to see, there's more of that sunshine beginning to make an appearance. It's looking a little bit better out there. Still some of those gray, gloomy, overcast skies as you travel further north there. And then even some icy precipitation still taking place for portions of the U.S., mainly seeing some of that closer towards Kentucky and Colorado. Now, observe lows for this morning. We dip down below freezing. This is what we were anticipating. It's what we were talking about yesterday. Once again, seeing temperatures drop below freezing. Really just seeing a range of those 30s. That crust view sensor was incorrect there. But many areas waking up below freezing to begin. And right now we're slowly beginning to warm up. So we're still in the 30s at this point, just resting mid to upper 30s. A few of those lower 40s right along the Florida panhandle. However, taking that wind into account and taking that dry air into account, feeling a little cooler out there, and that's exactly what we're going to be experiencing heading into the rest of today. So daytime highs maxing out mid 40s. However, feels like temperatures more in the upper 30s to lower 40s. So deduct about 5 degrees from it, and that's what it's going to be feeling like out there. Now, once again, we do have a cold weather advisory in place for tonight heading into tomorrow. That means wind chill values could get down into the teens once again. So keep that in mind for the kiddos heading out the door, especially if they're going to be riding the bus, waiting at the bus stop, as it's only going to continue to stay cold out there. Now, our forecast lows over the next 4 days. We start to see those 20s once again tomorrow and Thursday to begin, and then that slight bump up on Friday, but that is going to be a change in the forecast in the form of rain. I'll be breaking down those details, what I'm tracking, and your full long-range forecast. That's coming up just a little bit later. Joe.
Outside.
It is cold outside right now. Those temperatures ranging in the 30s. However, feels like temperatures even colder. You have to take that northerly wind and also that dry air into account. So many spots still feeling well below freezing to start off for this morning. Our inland spots feeling more like the mid to upper 20s. This trend only going to continue. I'll be breaking down all of your forecast details coming up when we come back.
Jen.
And taking another look at your forecast in case you're heading out the door anytime soon. It's cold for this morning, and it's really not going to warm up that much heading into this afternoon. We're going to be maxing out mid 40s, well below average, but the wind chill values feeling more like the 30s. I'll be breaking down more of your forecast details coming up when we come back.
Hippos would like our weather today. I don't think they would.
I don't think so. I think that they're going to want more of the warm conditions out there, and that is not what we are experiencing. This cold Arctic blast we're only going to continue to see over the next few days, and a great way to stay updated with the forecast, especially for tracking more of those changes, is by downloading the Fox 10 weather app. That way you can stay updated on the forecast. As always, you can head on over towards the App Store or the Google Play Store, or not, you can always just scan that QR code right there at the bottom of your screen with your phone's camera. So it's going to be a great way to stay updated with us, know what the changes are in the forecast. But I'll tell you this, heading into tonight, it's going to be cold once again. Forecast lows waking up tomorrow morning beginning in the mid to upper 20s, the lower 30s. However, we keep mentioning the wind chill. So the wind chill values, that's just what it's feeling like out there, mainly to the touch of your skin. And so waking up tomorrow morning, stepping out the door, wind chill values mainly in the teens for our inland spots. Everywhere else feeling more like the lower to mid 20s. So it's going to be so important to have those layers, especially if the kids are heading to school tomorrow, if they're riding the bus. Make sure they have coats, they have hats, they have gloves. They're going to be needing all of it. And that's only going to continue for the next few mornings. Forecast highs over the next few days staying well below average, continuing in the mid to upper 40s. And even then, we're introducing rain into the forecast on Friday. So Friday is going to be cold and it's going to be soggy. Now, I am also looking ahead for our forecast, and this is going to be the CPC, the Climate Prediction Center outlook for January 15th to January 21st, so the 8 to 14 day outlook, and it continues to lean towards cooler than normal chances to see below average temperatures. Reminder, the darker the color, the higher the probability or the higher the chances. Now, I'll continue to keep you updated on your forecast with a final look at the next 10 days. That's coming up when we come back. We'll also be right back with 3 to know before you go. For now, a beautiful view down on Dauphin Island. I was going to say, you have to keep an eye out during Mardi Gras. They'll get all dressed up. Some folks bring them out.
And can you have a monkey in the state of Alabama?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe
We'll have to
Florida.
fact
They
check
just
that
travel.
one.
Here's a quick look at the next 7 days. Sunshine for the next few days. Some cold mornings. Rain chances on the rise by Friday. And then heading into the weekend, more cold air filters in. Even looking ahead to next week, staying below average. So keep those coats handy.
All right, y'all. We hope you stay warm today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Girls over here trying to turn Mardi Gras into Planet of the Apes. They're running amok down
I'm
the
just trying to
street.
make sure
times
it's
roll.
legal.